Also, that what was discussed in that chapter one was basically the face-to-face communication, being able to understand the difference of how to interact with someone versus how you interact with someone on the internet. Um, there are certain social cues that that you use on the internet that you probably wouldn't use face to face, or certain things that you work face to face that do not work on the internet because people can't really read, understand. You have to be very clear about what you're saying on the internet or social media, excuse me, when people basically not face to face communication has to you can't use some of the same, like your words can be misunderstood very easily because you're not right in front of someone, so they may not fully understand what you're trying to say. Also, basically using the way we use communication now, we're able to use things. Basically, we have the tools at our fingertips to allow us to be able to go global, such as politics, birth of a child, tornadoes, earthquakes, anything going on in today's society. All we have to do is the click of our fingers. We can go ahead and have that information out there for the world to see. So that's something that's a very big advantage to us in today's society through communication. Also understanding that quality is actually better than quantity when dealing with communication. Sometimes we think that the better communicators do a lot of talking, and that's not necessarily always the case, because sometimes having something to say, even though you may not be a person of many words, you may have something more of value to say versus someone who's just constantly talking. Or you may be able to intervene into an argument with just one. You can intervene between two people who are arguing back and forth with plenty of communication, but no one's being understood. But if you can kind of intervene with something that's going to be of some help, with maybe one sentence, look how much communication you just solved right there, being able to just help out with one sentence, like, guys, calm down, let's talk about this, let's, just, take a breather. Those three little statements could really help, solve a big problem. So that was basically it for chapter one. So as far as chapter two, let's delve into that.